Right. So today we are going to start with Linux. What is this Linux, guys? What is this Linux? Linux is a operating system. It is a operating system software. It is a operating system software. Right. So we will use this operating system to communicate with the computers. If you want to connect with the computer, if you want to communicate with the computer, operating system is mandatory. Without having operating system, we can't able to communicate with computer, guys. Right. We will use operating system to communicate with the computer. Right. Operating system is going to work as a mediator between operating system is going to work as a mediator between user and computer hardware resources. Operating system is going to work as a mediator between user and computer hardware resources. In the computer, if you want access any hardware resources, operating system is mandatory. Without having operating system, we can't able to use any hardware resource in the computer. Right, this operating system is going to work as a mediator, guys. To work with the computer, this operating system is mandatory. For any computer, operating system is mandatory. Guys, first try to understand what is operating system. What is operating system? What is operating system, guys? It is just a software. We will use operating system to communicate with the computer. Operating system is going to work as a mediator between user and computer hardware resources. For any computer, operating system is mandatory. Right? Next case. As a user, if you wanted to access as a user, if you wanted to access any hardware resource, operating system is mandatory. As a user, if you want to access any hardware resource, suppose if you want access RAM or anything, guys, this operating system is mandatory, guys. Operating system will provide the infrastructure to run other applications in the right computer, guys. See here, in this computer, I'm using the notepad, guys. Without having operating system in this computer, I can't able to use this notepad. See here, to write these notes, I'm using notepad. Without having operating system, I can't able to use this notepad. See here I want to use Calci. Guys. Without having operating system, I can't able to use this calculator, guys. If you want, right, this operating system is going to provide infrastructure to run other applications in the computer. If you want run any application, see, these are all the applications only. Calculator is one application, this notepad is one application, all these are the applications only. If you want run any applications in the computer, some infrastructure must be required. That infrastructure is going to provide by operating system only. See, guys, as a user, if you want to access any hardware resource, operating system is mandatory. Operating system will provide will provide, right, infrastructure to run other applications, in the computer. Guys, please read the statements. What is operating system? What is operating system? Please read the statements once. What is operating system? Operating system is a software. We will use operating system to communicate with the computer. Operating system is going to work as a mediator between user and computer hardware resources. For any computer, operating system is mandatory. As a user, if you want to access any hardware resources, operating system is mandatory. Operating system will provide infrastructure to run other applications in the computer. Is it clear, guys? What is operating system? In the computer, we have several hardware resources are available. RAM is there, hard disk is there, keyboard, mouse, whatever it. If you want to use any hardware resource, operating system must be required. Without having operating system, you can't able to access any one of these hardware resources. And even if you want to run any applications in the computer, see, I want to run this calculator application. I want to run this notepad application. I want to use this MS Office application. If you want to run any application in the computer, some infrastructure must be required. That infrastructure is going to provide by operating system only. For every computer, this operating system is mandatory, guys. Mandatory. Right, guys. Generally, for regular use, what operating system we will use, guys? Windows operating system. For regular use, we will use Windows operating system, guys. What is this Windows operating system? What is this Windows operating system? Right, Windows operating system. Who developed this Windows operating system, guys? Who developed Windows operating system? Microsoft. Microsoft developed this Windows operating system. Windows operating system is paid version or free, guys? Is it freeware or paid one, guys? It is paid one, guys. It is paid one. Windows operating system is developed by Microsoft. Is developed by Microsoft, right? Windows is paid version, guys. Paid version. It is not free, guys. It is a paid one, guys. Right? So in Windows, see, guys, in Windows operating system, if you want to perform any activity, we have GUI facility is available, guys. See, I want to create a folder. If I want to create a folder into the D drive, guys, in D drive, I want to create one folder. I can go to here, right here. I can right click on this, right click on new, right click on folder. I can able to create the folder, guys. If you want to open any folder directly, you can click on this folder, right? You can go to here, guys. See, whatever you want, you can open it here, guys. For everything, we have GUI facility in the Windows operating system. To perform any activity, right, in the Windows operating system, we have GUI facility. Right, in Windows operating system, we have GUI facility to perform the operations, guys. In Windows operating system, we have GUI, right, graphical user interface, guys. Right, so this Windows operating system is recommended for only personal usage, guys. Windows operating system is recommended for personal use only. Personal use only, guys. Windows operating system is recommended for personal use only, guys. Right. Next, guys, Windows operating system is single user based operating system. Means what, guys? right? In my system, right, Windows, in my laptop, Windows operating system is there. At a time, multiple people can able to connect my system, guys. At a time, multiple people can able to access my Windows operating system. At a time, multiple users can able to connect with this. No, guys. No, guys. Right, single user based operating system. At a time, only one person can able to access, guys. If I log out, other person can come and log in and they can access, guys. But at a time, simultaneously, multiple people can't able to access this Windows operating system. It is a single user based operating system. Windows is a single user based operating system. Windows is a single user based operating system. Windows is a single user based operating system, guys. What at a time only one person can able to access, guys. Right. Next, Windows operating system. Very security is very less in this Windows operating system, guys. Right, Windows operating system have very less security. See, guys, once you open the system, anyone can able to open any files, guys. Here, to open this folder, is there any password is required? Nothing. Anyone can open anything at here, guys. Anyone can open anything at here. There is no security in the Windows operating system. Right, Windows operating system, right, very less security, guys. Windows operating system have very less security. Compare with other operating systems, Windows operating system have very less security, guys. Windows operating system have very less security. Read it, guys. Read the statements once. Windows operating system is developed by Microsoft. Right, this Windows is paid version, guys. In Windows operating system, we have GUI facility. Windows operating system is recommended for personal use only. Windows is a single user based operating system. Windows operating system have less security. Is it clear, guys? Right. So next, guys, what is Linux operating system? What is the Linux operating system, guys? Right. So here Windows is what, guys? Paid version. Windows is a paid version, but Linux is free, guys. Linux operating system is free. Linux operating system is free, guys. Free version. Right. Linux operating system is open source, guys. Linux operating system is open source software, guys. Linux operating system is open source software, guys. Right. So here Windows operating system have very less security, but coming to Linux operating system, it have very high security is available. Security is very high, guys. Linux operating system have Linux operating system have very high security. Very high security. Even if you want to connect with the Linux machines, right, it will ask the right key, guys. Right, when we are going to create the Linux machines in the AWS cloud, we need to generate the key pair, guys. Here you need to provide the private key to access the Linux machine, guys. Otherwise, you can't able to connect to the Linux machines, guys. Right, security wise, compare with Windows operating system, Linux operating systems have very high security. Right, Linux operating, see, guys, Windows operating system is recommended personal use only, but coming to Linux operating system, it is recommended for applications development, servers, databases, etc. In the companies, we won't use this Windows operating system, guys, to manage the servers, guys. For the servers, right, we will use Linux operating systems only, not Windows operating systems. For our personal use, we will use Windows operating system, but coming to servers and all, we will use Linux operating systems only in the companies. right guys? Right, for developers can use the Windows operating system, guys, for development activities. But coming to servers and all, we will use Linux operating systems only in the companies. Linux operating system have very high security. Right, in the companies, that Linux operating system is recommended for applications, servers and databases, etc. Linux operating system is recommended for applications, servers, databases, etc. Right? So here Windows operating system is single user based operating system. Means what? At a time only one person can able to connect. But coming to Linux operating system, it is a multi-user based operating system. Simultaneously, multiple people can able to connect with the Linux operating system and they can perform different operations. See here, I will connect to the Linux operating system and I am accessing the code from the Linux operating system. Right? Some other guy will connect to the same Linux operating system and they will perform the write operations. Right? Other people will connect to the Linux operating system and they will perform read operations kind of thing. At a time, multiple people can able to connect with the Linux operating system and they can perform different operations. I will show guys how to connect multiple people simultaneously. I will show. But coming to Windows guys, see here now I am accessing my Windows operating system guys. Can anyone access the same machine guys? Can anyone access my machine? No, not like that. But if you go with the Linux operating system, multiple people can connect simultaneously and they can perform different operations simultaneously, guys. Linux operating system is multi-user based operating system. Windows is what? Single user based operating system, guys. Linux operating system is a multi-user based operating system. Linux operating system is multi-user based operating system, guys. Right? Next, guys. When this Linux came into market, guys? When Linux is implemented, guys? And who implemented this Linux? Anyone have any idea? Who developed this Linux operating system? Anyone have any idea who developed this Linux operating system? Who developed this Linux operating system? Right? See guys, Linux operating system is developed by Linus Torvalds, guys. Linus Torvalds in 1991, Linus Torvalds implemented this Linux operating system, guys. Guys, before implementing this Linux operating system, Linus is worked in one project, guys. Linus is worked in one project. For that project purpose, Linus used Unix operating system, guys. Linus used Unix operating system for that application development. But he faced some issues, guys. With that Unix operating system, that Linus faced some problems. And Linus approached that team who implemented that Unix operating system. That Linus approached that team, guys, and he told, "Right, in your operating system, some problems are there. I will provide the solution for those issues. I will give the solutions for those issues." Like that, Linus approached to the team who implemented this Unix operating system. But that team, whoever implemented Unix operating system, they are not ready to take the Linus suggestions, guys. They are not ready to take the Linus suggestions. What he will do? That he came back from them. He came back from there and why I need to give the suggestions to them? Why can't I start the new operating system? Why can't I start the new operating system? So like that, he started developing Linux operating system in 1991, guys. Whatever the problems he faced in the Unix operating system, to overcome all those problems, he started one new operating system in 1991, guys. Guys, before implementing this Linux operating system, Linus Torvalds worked in one application development. For that application development, he used a Unix operating system. In that Unix operating system, he faced some issues. He found some issues, guys, and he approached the team also who implemented Unix operating system. He approached the team also, but they are not ready to take the Linux suggestions. Immediately he came back from there and he started developing Linux operating system to overcome all those problems of the Unix operating system, guys. Okay. Who implemented Linux operating system? Linus Torvalds. When he implemented? 1991, guys. In 1991, Linus Torvalds in 1991, Linus Torvalds implemented this Linux operating system. This Linux operating system, guys. In 1991, Linus Torvalds implemented this Linux operating system. Right, guys. Right. How this Linux name came, guys? How this Linux name came? How this already first he developed one operating system, guys. First he developed one operating system. So later he put the name as Linux, guys. How he got this name? How he got this Linux name, guys? Guys, to implement this Linux operating system, right, he used one operating system, guys. To implement one application also, to develop one software also, we need to use another operating system. Which operating system he used to develop this Linux operating system? Linux operating system, guys. Right, Linus used Linux operating system, not his name, man, not his name. Right, Linus used Linux operating system to develop this Linux operating system. For developing Linux operating system, Linus used Linux operating system, guys. For developing Linux operating system, Linus used Linux operating system. Right. So now what he did, guys? Observe carefully, guys. Now here Linus implemented Linux operating system by using Linux operating system. Linus developed a Linux operating system by using Linux operating system, guys. Now what he did, from his name first two characters and operating system name last three characters he took, guys. From Linux name first two characters LI, from Linux operating system last three characters NUX he took, and he put the name as Linux, guys. How the name Linux came, guys? From user from author name first two characters and from operating system name last three characters, guys. If you combine those two, you will get name as Linux. Linux plus Minix, right? From these two, he took as Linux operating system, guys. Right. First two characters from his name. And last three characters, first two characters from his name and the last three characters from operating system name, guys. First two characters from his name and the last three characters from operating system name, guys. If you combine both, you will get Linux, guys. Is it clear, guys? When Linux operating system is implemented, who implemented this Linux operating system, how the name Linux came, is this clear? Guys, please respond. Please read the statements, guys. Right, just now we discussed Windows operating system basics. Now read the statements, guys. Linux operating system is a freeware. Linux operating system is open source. Linux operating system have a high security compared with Windows operating system. Linux operating system is recommended for applications development, servers and databases, etc. Linux operating system is multi-user based operating system. Multi-user based operating system. In 1991, Linus Torvalds implemented this Linux operating system. For developing Linux operating system, Linus used Minix operating system, right? From you other name, from Linus first two characters, from Minix last three characters. If you combine these two, you will get the name as Linux, guys. Clear, guys? Right, guys. Next, guys. After developing this Linux operating system, what Linus did, guys? After developing this Linux operating system, what Linus did, guys? He released a Linux operating system with the source code into the market. With the source code, guys. With the source code, entire source code also he released into the market, guys. Right, from next day onwards, whatever the code Linus used to implement this Linux operating system, that code is available in the internet, right? That he released Linux operating system, right, with the source code into the market, guys. Whenever he released with the source code into the market, all other companies took that code and they did some small modifications and they have released with different other names, guys. Different other names, guys. See here, he released right, he released Linux operating system. He released Linux operating system with the source code into the market. With the source code into the market, guys. Guys, now tell me, right. So guys, tell me, what is which version of Windows we are using currently? Which version of Windows we are using currently? Right, we have several versions in Windows, guys. Windows 7 is there, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows XP, like that. Several versions are available in Windows, guys. Right, which version of Linux we are using currently? Which version of Linux we are using currently? Which version of Linux we are using currently? Right, guys. Can anyone tell me what is the which Linux version we are using currently? Which Linux version we are using currently? Right. See, guys, in a Linux, we don't have the versions like Windows, guys. In Linux, we don't have the versions like Windows. In Windows, we have several versions, guys. But coming to Linux, we don't have the versions like that. And whenever Linux released with the source code into the market, whenever Linux released with the source code into the market, all other companies came and they took that source code and they have done some small modifications in that code and they have released with their names. There is no versions in the Linux operating system. Then what we have in the Linux operating system? We have distributions. We have distributions, not versions, guys. In a Linux, we have several distributions are available, not versions, guys. In Windows, we have the versions. But coming to Linux, we have several distributions. What distributions are available in Linux operating system? What distributions are available? See, guys, we have Red Hat Linux, right? Linux distributions. Linux distributions. What distributions are available? Red Hat Linux is available. CentOS is available. Fedora is available. Right? Ubuntu is available. Ubuntu OS. Next here we have Amazon Linux. Amazon Linux. Right here OpenSUSE. OpenSUSE. Next here Debian Linux. Debian Linux is available. Next we have Kali. Kali Linux is available, etc. etc. So all these are the different distributions in the Linux, guys. In Linux we don't have the versions, guys. We have the distributions in the Linux. All these are the Linux distributions only. Red Hat Linux, CentOS Linux, Fedora Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Amazon Linux, OpenSUSE Linux, Debian Linux, Kali Linux. All these are the distributions in the Linux. But in Windows we have different versions, guys. But coming to Linux we have these distributions. In our coming sessions we are going to work with Red Hat, we will use Ubuntu, we will use Amazon Linux, we will use these Linux distributions we will use in our daily sessions, guys. Is this clear, guys? Is it clear? In Linux we don't have the versions, guys. We have distributions only like this. Whenever Linux released this Linux operating system with the source code into the market, multiple companies came and they took the code and they did some modifications and they have released with their names like this, guys. Right, they have released with their company names like this, guys. If you want, you also can download that code and you also can modify that code and you can release with your name also. You can release with your name also, guys. That is acceptable, guys. Okay, just have a look into this, guys. What is Linux operating system? Please read the statements once. Current distribution, not we don't have anything like that, right? So in Ubuntu they will release different versions, right? In Amazon Linux they will release different versions. In CentOS they will release different versions. Again, in those distributions they are releasing different versions. Currently Ubuntu 22 point something is there. That same Amazon Linux, they are releasing their versions one by one like that. So whatever you want you can use. Which distribution you want you can use. In our sessions we will use Amazon Linux, we will use Ubuntu also, we will use, and in some cases we will use Red Hat also. It depends. You can use any distribution. No one will stop you. You can use, if you want you can use Red Hat, if you want you can use CentOS, Fedora, Ubuntu, Amazon Linux, anything you can use. All are Linux missions only. All are Linux missions only. Fine. Tomorrow I want to create the infrastructures, guys. Tomorrow I want to create the infrastructures. I want to create Jenkins infrastructure. Jenkins missions I want to create. Right. I want to create the infrastructure for Jenkins. I want to create the infrastructure for Jenkins. And I want to create the infrastructure for Sonar. I want to create the infrastructure for Nexus. I want to create the infrastructure for Tomcat. And I want to create the infrastructure for Ansible. I want to create the infrastructure for Terraform. I want to create the infrastructure for Docker. I want to create the infrastructure for Kubernetes. Where I will create all these things. Where you will create all these infrastructures in the Linux only. In the Linux only we will create this infrastructure, not in Windows, guys. Not in Windows. In Linux only we will create all these infrastructures. Jenkins server, Sonar server, Nexus server, Tomcat server, Ansible server, Terraform server, Docker server, Kubernetes. All these things we are going to create in the Linux mission only, not in Windows mission. Now let me show, guys. Guys, I am not going to set up Linux in the Windows mission. If you want, you can do, guys. If you want, you can set up the Linux in the same Windows mission by using, right, we have right here, guys. If you want, you can set up the Linux. If you want, you can set up the Linux in the Windows mission only. Right? But if you do like that, what will happen, guys? When multiple operating systems are running in the same mission, performance will reduce. And when you start the mission, boot up time also it will take more, guys. Right? If you want install multiple software, multiple operating systems, right, we need to use one software which is called hypervisor. Right? On top of this main operating system, we need to install one software which is called hypervisor. Right. So by using that hypervisor software, right, we can install multiple guest operating system also. Right. In my laptop, Windows operating system is going to work as a host operating system. Right. On top of this host operating system, I need to install hypervisor software. After that, by use with the help of hypervisor software, I can install any number of guest operating systems. Here, Linux is going to work as a guest operating system on top of this host operating system. Understood, guys? Is it clear? Is this clear, guys? See, guys, if you want, you can do like that, guys. Observe carefully. Here, let me go to the paint. So this is my computer. This is my computer, guys. Here what I have one operating system. This is a host operating system. In my computer, I have Windows operating system. That Windows operating system is going to work as a host operating system. Host OS. Host operating system, guys. On top of this host operating system, we need to install one software, guys. We need to install one software. What is that? That is hypervisor. Hypervisor software we need to install. Hypervisor software we need to install. On top of this hypervisor software, you can install any number of guest operating systems. Guest operating systems, you can install it here. So this is guest operating system 1. Right, this is guest operating system 1. Guest OS. Guest OS. Right here, this is one guest OS, guest OS 2, guest OS 3, guest OS 4, like that. Right, on top of hypervisor, you can install any guest operating system. Right now, in this Windows machine, if you try to install the Linux, that Linux operating system is going to work as a guest operating system, guys. Guest operating system. But before that, you need to install hypervisor software. Right, in same machine, two operating systems we are running. Right, if two operating systems are running in the same machine, right, your system performance will go down, guys. Your system performance will reduce. That's why we are not going to install Linux operating system in Windows machine. Right, we are going to create Linux virtual machines, guys. We are going to create Linux virtual machines in the AWS cloud. In the AWS cloud, we are going to create Linux virtual machines. From our Windows machine, we will connect to the Linux virtual machine and we will work on that, guys. See, guys, here, observe carefully. Here in AWS cloud, this is AWS cloud. This is AWS cloud. AWS cloud, guys. Right, what I'm going to do in this AWS cloud, I'm going to install in this AWS cloud, I'm going to install one Linux virtual machine. Right, to create this Linux virtual machine, we need to use one service in the AWS that is called EC2 service, guys. And here what I'm going to do, here I'm going to create Linux VM virtual machine. Linux virtual machine I'm creating. Virtual machine what means what, guys? Physically you can't able to see that machine, but you can connect and you can work with that machine, guys. See, guys, in the AWS cloud, I have created Linux virtual machine. Now from my Windows machine, I want to connect with this Linux virtual machine and I want to perform the operations. See, guys, this is my laptop. See, guys, this is my laptop, guys. This is my laptop. See, I want to connect from my laptop to that AWS Linux virtual machine, guys. I want to connect from my laptop to Linux virtual machine, which I have created in the AWS cloud. See, guys, what I want to do. Observe carefully, guys. Yes. For this guys, we have several client softwares are available guys. You need to install those client softwares in our Windows machine guys. We have several client softwares are available to connect with this Linux virtual machine. For those client softwares we need to install even our Windows machine guys. What client softwares are available guys? See guys, here you can use git bash guys. You can install git in your system, and with the help of git you can connect from your system to this Linux virtual machine. You can connect to this Linux virtual machine, or else you can install putty guys. You can install putty. You can install putty. Through putty also you can connect from your computer to the Linux machine which is available in the AWS cloud. Right, or else you can install one more client software which is Mobextreme. Right. From this also you can connect from your laptop to Windows, this Linux virtual machine guys. So like this we have several client softwares are available. You need to install these client softwares in your laptop. With the help of these client softwares you can connect from your computer to Linux virtual machine which is available in the AWS cloud. Here only in the git bash only you will give all the commands. Those commands will be executed in the Linux virtual machine. In the putty only you will give all the commands. Those commands will be executed here guys. Here what I am going to do guys, from here I am connecting with the Linux virtual machine and I am going to perform all the operations. I'm not going to do anything in my Windows machine. I'm not going to install Linux operating system in Windows machine guys. I have created one virtual machine in the AWS cloud and I'm going to connect with that virtual machine from my Windows machine. To connect with the Linux virtual machine, here we have several client softwares are available. You need to install these client softwares in your machine. With the help of these client softwares you can connect with these machines. See guys, git bash is one client software, putty is one client software, Mobextreme is one client software. You need to install these client softwares in your machine. With the help of these client softwares you can connect with this Linux virtual machine and you can perform the operations at here. Is this clear guys? Right, first guys, see here, if you want to work with AWS cloud, if you want to use the resources of the AWS cloud, first you need to create the account in the AWS cloud guys. Right, you need to create the account in the AWS cloud. Right, that is a free tier account guys. Up to 1 year it is free guys. If you create a free tier account in the AWS cloud, 1 year it is free, and every month you will get 750 hours guys. Every month you will get 750 free hours you will get. Right, if that 750 hours crossed, then only bill will generate guys, then only they will charge guys. Right, until that 750 hours is not crossed they won't charge the bill guys. Okay, first what you need to do, you need to create the account in the AWS. See here, AWS. See guys, go to this website aws.amazon.com, aws.amazon.com. Let it click it here, click on this. See guys, here create a new AWS account. Create a new AWS account. Guys, here root user, IAM user. Currently, whatever the account we are creating, that is a root user account guys. Whatever the account we are going to create, whatever the free tier account you are going to create, that is the root user account. What is IAM user account and all those things we'll discuss later guys. We have one concept IAM guys, that I will discuss there guys. What is IAM user account, how to create the IAM user account, everything we will discuss there guys. Currently, whatever the free account we are going to create, that is the root account only. See guys, here we have the option to create a new user account guys. Click on this new user account. See guys, here it is asking to give the root user email address, and here it is asking root user account name. Here whatever the name you will give, that name only it will show at the top guys. That name only it will show. After providing this, that you will get one notification to your email. You need to verify that email address guys. You need to verify that email address. Once that verification is done guys, here it will ask you to enter your credit card or debit card details guys. You should enter. That is mandatory, guys. That is mandatory, guys. You should enter your credit card or debit card details. They will deduct 2 rupees from your account for verification purpose. They will deduct 2 rupees from your account for verification purpose. Once your active account is activated, again you will get that 2 rupees back into your account, guys. Immediately. Next, within minutes only, you will get that 2 rupees into your account back. Just for verification purpose, they are asking to enter the credit card or debit card details. Tomorrow your 750 hours is completed. Bill generated, guys. A lot of bill generated. 10,000 rupees bill generated. They won't deduct a single NP from your account, guys. They won't deduct anything from your account. Even if you provided the card details, they are not going to deduct anything from your account. There is no auto deduct option. There is no auto deduct option. They won't deduct anything from your account. They will send emails, guys. They will send the notifications, guys. They will send the notifications. You only need to pay the bill. Right? If you are not paying the bill continuously, they will send reminders, guys. Finally, they will suspend your account. That's it, guys. They will suspend your account. Even they suspended the account, we can create a new account, guys. But they won't deduct a single rupee also from your account. Don't worry. You can provide your card details. It is a mandatory step, guys. Without providing card details, we can't able to create the account in the AWS cloud. We should provide the card details, either debit card details or credit card details you need to provide, and they will deduct 2 rupees from your account. Once verification is completed, again, they will send it back to your account, that 2 rupees, guys. Okay. Is it okay, guys? Right here, next, once email verification is completed, after that, it will ask you to enter your billing address and all those things. You need to provide those details. After that, it will ask you to enter your card details, guys. You need to enter those card details and all, guys. Okay. Simple steps, guys. Simple steps. Right. Next, guys, it will ask your billing address, where you are staying, that billing address and all those things. You need to enter that. After that, it will ask you to enter the card details. And from your card, they will deduct 2 rupees, guys. Right. Once account is activated, again, you will get that 2 rupees back into your account, guys. Okay. Everyone should have the AWS account. This is the free tier account, guys. Free tier account. We are going to use free tier account. If you create free tier account up to 750 hours, you will get free. For per month, 750 hours you will get for free, guys. Once that 750 hours is completed, then only they will start the charges. 750 hours means what, guys? Anything you can use in the AWS? No, guys. Only for instances. Only for instances. Right? Those, suppose if you forget, see, I have created, let me go to my account, guys. Let me sign in into my account. Go to EC2. Instances. See, guys, in my account, total how many virtual machines are available? Total how many virtual machines are available here? Total how many virtual machines are available? See, guys, 22 virtual machines are available, guys. 22 virtual machines are available. All are stopped. All are stopped, guys. Once your practice is completed, don't forget to stop your instance. Don't forget to stop your virtual machine. See, guys, in my system, 22. See, guys, for Tomcat, one server is there. For Sonar, one server is there. For Nexus, one server is there. For Docker, one server is there. Right? So next, guys, for Kubernetes, see these worker nodes and master nodes, these are related to Kubernetes. Kubernetes client machine is available. Terraform server is available, like that. Right here, I have several machines in my system, guys. Ansible server like this. I have 22 virtual machines in my account, guys. All are stopped, guys. Suppose if I forget, here I have started all these servers, guys, and I forget to stop. Guys. Next 22 hours, these 22 machines are running, guys. Next 22 hours, these 22 machines are running. 24 hours, 22 machines, guys. How much time it will finish, guys? 22 into 24, how much? 22 into 24, how much? Your 750 hours will complete or not? 22 into 24 hours, guys. 22 machines are running 24 hours, guys. Means 528. 528 hours will complete, guys. Right? In one day, 528 hours will complete, guys. Suppose if you forget to stop 2 days, guys, right? Your free hours gone completed. Your free hours got completed, guys. Right? From third day onwards, bill will generate. So that's why once practice is completed, please stop your instances. Suppose you have only one instance. Suppose you have only one instance. If you forget to stop that one instance up to 1 month also, no problem. One instance means daily 24. 24, guys. Daily 24 only. 30 into 24, how much? 30 days into 24, guys. How much, guys? 30 into 24. 30 into 24, guys. 24 hours. 720. 720 only, guys. Only one instance in 1 month. If you are not stopping also, 720 hours only will complete. We have 750 hours for free. 750 hours we have for free, guys. But here, whenever you are using multiple instances, if you forget to stop those instances, right, your free time will complete and bill will generate, guys. Okay, please take care of this. Please take care of this, guys. Once your practice completed, don't forget to stop the instances. You need to create the account first in the AWS like this, guys. Okay. Right. Tomorrow, before coming to tomorrow's session, what you guys need to do? You guys, everyone should create the account in the AWS. Everyone should create the account in the AWS, guys. Okay. Then only we can practice. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start discussing AWS commands, guys. Where you will practice AWS commands? So sorry, Linux commands we are going to practice. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to practice Linux commands. Where you will practice, guys? In the Linux machine only you need to practice. So you should create the Linux virtual machine. Where you will create? In the AWS cloud, we are going to create the Linux virtual machine by using EC2 service. In AWS, we have, see guys, how you will create once you have created we need to create the Linux virtual machine. How to create the Linux virtual machine, guys? See, let me show guys how to create the, we have time, right? Let me show how to create the Linux virtual machine. Click on this, guys. See guys, first guys, you need to go to search, guys. And here, just type EC2. Just type, once you logged in into AWS EC2 management console. Here, just type EC2. See guys, EC2 service. What is the purpose of EC2 service? Virtual servers in the cloud. To create virtual servers in the cloud, we are going to use EC2 service. Click on this. Click on this, guys. Like this you will get. Like this you will get. Here, launch instance option is available. Launch instance option is available. Click on this launch instance. Here, launch instance. Click on this launch instance, guys. Launch instance. Right, yes. Here we need to provide the details, guys. Name of the instance, name of the virtual machine. So now here I am going to give the name as Linux virtual machine. Linux virtual machine 1 I am giving. Maybe I have with the Linux VM already we have one machine. That's why I am giving as Linux VM 1 I am giving it here. See guys, here we have images are available. AMIs, Amazon Mission Image. If you want to create any virtual machine, you should use the image, guys. Here we have the several images are available. See guys, all these are the images, guys. Now I need to choose one image, guys. If you want to use Amazon Linux operating system, then we need to use Amazon Linux. If you want to use Ubuntu, then we need to choose Ubuntu. If you want to use Red Hat Linux, then we need to choose Red Hat image. Like that, here we need to choose one image to create the virtual machine. What we have in these images, operating system is available in these images. Operating system is available in these images only. See here, if you click on browse more AMIs, here you can see all the AMIs. Amazon Linux. See guys, recently it is released Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. Earlier, people used to work with Amazon Linux 2 AMI, guys. This is the free tier eligible. Guys, we need to choose free tier eligible things. See guys, these are the free tier eligible, free tier eligible, free tier eligible. Earlier people used to work with Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Recently, this Amazon Linux 2023 came, guys. Right? At the same time, we have Ubuntu related also. We have Ubuntu also. See guys, Red Hat is available. Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. This is also free tier eligible. Don't choose this one, guys. Don't use this one. This is not free tier eligible. Here, which one is the free tier eligible? Select that one only. These are not free tier eligible. This is the free tier eligible. Right? Next, go to Ubuntu, guys. See here, Ubuntu. This is the free tier eligible. So the current version of Ubuntu is Ubuntu Server 22.04. Ubuntu Server 22.04. You can use this Ubuntu also. This is also free tier only. Next, previous version of the Ubuntu 20.0 is there. See guys, if you go down here, you can see Ubuntu. See guys, Ubuntu 20.04 is available. This is also free tier eligible. You can choose this one also, right? So you need to choose one AMI to create the Linux virtual machine. AMI stands for what? Amazon Mission Image. This is a template kind of thing, guys. If you want to create a resume, how you will take the sample resume? Same way here, to create the virtual machine, we are going to use AMI. Sample image we are going to use. In these images, you are going to get the basic things which are required to create the virtual machine. What are the minimum required things to create the virtual machine? Operating system. That operating system you are going to get in the image itself. In the image itself. Now I am going to select Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Amazon Linux 2 AMI I am selecting. See guys, here Amazon 2 Linux AMI I have selected, guys. Okay. Now go down. Now go down to instance type. Instance type. See guys, we have several instance types are available. We will discuss, guys, what is instance type, what is AMIs, how to create the custom AMIs, everything we'll discuss. Here, instance type also, we need to select a free tier only. Based on the instance type, you can get the memory and CPUs and all, guys. See here, if you click on this, here you can see T2.nano instance is available. With this T2.nano, you are going to get one CPU and 0.5 GB memory only you are getting. If this 0.5 GB memory is not sufficient for your work, then you can go for next level. What is the next level? T2.micro. In this T2.micro, you are going to get one CPU and 1 GB memory you are getting. This T2.micro is the free tier eligible one. Free tier eligible. Apart this T2.micro, if you use any other things, bill will generate. Those are chargeable. You need to choose T2.micro only. This T2.micro is the free tier eligible one. See, if you go with T2.small, here you are going to get 2 GB memory and 1 CPU. In T2.micro, you are going to get 1 GB memory only. But in small, 2 GB, but small is chargeable. They will charge something for you. They will charge, guys. Right. Next here, T2.medium is available. In T2.medium, we are going to get 4 GB memory. Right? 4 GB RAM, 4 GB memory you are going to get. 4 GB memory you are going to get with the 2 CPUs. But it is chargeable. Next, T2.large is available. Here you are going to get 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM with the 2 CPUs, but this is also chargeable. Next, T2.extra large. Here 16 GB memory you are getting, but here 4 CPUs. This is also chargeable. T2.double extra large, 32 GB you are getting it here. Next, T3. Again, T3 family will start, guys. Here T2, T3, T4. These are the families. Here T2, here from here T3 family started up to here T2 family, and again in the T2 family, nano, micro, small, right, all these are the family members, guys. In T2 family, nano is a family member. In T2 family, micro is a family member. In T2 family, small is a family member. In T2 family, medium is a family member. T2 large is a family member. Again here T3 family started. Again in the T3 family, nano, micro, small, all these are the family members. Understood, guys? Here, which one is the free tier one? Free tier one, guys? Micro. Micro is the free tier eligible one, right? But guys, for our requirements, tomorrow for our requirements, right? Micro, sometimes, some cases, some scenarios, this micro is not sufficient. We need to choose medium, large also we need to choose some cases, guys. But those are chargeable. Still we need to choose, right, those instances only. Right, even if those are chargeable, we need to choose, guys. There is no other option. If you want fulfill your requirement, you need to go for paid things also sometimes. Okay, every time this T2.micro is not sufficient for us, guys. Okay, for time being, I'm going to choose T2.micro. Okay, free tier eligible one we need to choose, guys. T2.micro. With T2.micro, you are getting just 1 GB memory only. Okay, fine, guys. Right, next, guys. Next here, key pair, guys. See, guys, next, guys, if you want to create a Linux virtual machine, this key pair is mandatory. What is this key pair? For security purpose. See, guys, you can use a key pair to securely connect to your instance. You can use a key pair to securely connect to your instance. Ensure that you have access to the selected key pair before you launch the instance. See, guys, suppose if you have any key pair, you can use that. Right, I want to create 100 virtual machines. For every virtual machine, do I need to create new key pair? Not required. For every machine, I no need to create the new key pair, guys. First time I have created one key pair that is available in my system. You can use that. You can use that for all 100 missions. You no need to create 100 new key pairs, guys. Every time you no need to create the new key pair. One key pair is enough. With that, you can create multiple virtual missions also. See, guys, if you have already key pair, those key pairs, it will show in the drop down here. See, guys, in my system, my Linux key is available, DevOps key is available. These two keys are available. To create this Linux virtual machine, I can use any one of these key pairs. I can use any one of these key pairs, but I want to show you guys, right? That's why I'm not going to use existing key pairs. I'm going to create a new key pair, guys. I'm going to create new key pair here. If you want to create the new key pair, here we have the option to create the new key pair. Click on this, guys. Click on this. Here you need to provide the name, guys. Here you need to provide the name of the key pair. You can give anything. You can give anything, guys. Here DevOps 09 I am giving as the key, guys. DevOps 09 key I am giving. DevOps 09 key I am giving. Right, guys. This is the encrypted RSA type, guys. Right, keep it same as it is, guys. Key pair type RSA. Keep same thing, guys. Coming to this format, guys. Coming to this format, here we have PEM format is there, PPK format is there, guys. If you want to connect to the Linux virtual machine from PuTTY, if you want to connect to the Linux virtual machine using PuTTY, then you need .ppk. .ppk is required. PuTTY private key. PPK stands for PuTTY private key. If you want to connect to the Linux virtual machine from PuTTY, you should have the .ppk format. .ppk format. Other than PuTTY, if you want to connect from any other client softwares, Git, Bash, MobXtream or anything, then we require .pem file. .pem file is required. .pem format, .ppk format, two formats are available. If you want to connect from PuTTY, you should use .ppk format. If you want to connect any other client softwares, then you should use .pem format. See, guys, here we have .pem. Right, for use with Open SSH, any SSH you can use. .ppk for use with PuTTY. But here no problem, select the PEM only. Even if you have the PEM file, from that PEM file we can generate the .ppk file, guys. If you have the PEM file, right, from that PEM file you can generate the .ppk file, right? So that's why I'm going to keep this PEM format only. Suppose, see, if I want to connect from Git Bash, I will use as it is this PEM format. If I want to connect from the MobXtream, I will use directly this PEM format only, right? If I want to connect from PuTTY, no problem. From PEM file I will create one ppk file. From that I will connect, guys. With that I will connect, guys. Okay. See, guys, just you need to give the key pair name, guys. Here keep it default things only. RSA, guys, for encryption purpose we are using this key pair type, guys. RSA. Okay. Next here format, guys, either PEM or PPK. Right, here I'm going to choose PEM, guys. The default format PEM only, keep it, guys. Right, PPK not required. If you want to connect from PuTTY, from PEM format, we can generate the PPK file. How to generate that I will show, guys. I will show. Okay. Right, now click on create key pair. Whenever you clicked on this create key pair, here, see, guys, Key pair means two keys will be generated. Pair will be generated, guys. Right? Public key, private key will be generated. Public key will be stored in the AWS only. Public key will be stored in the AWS only. Private key will be downloaded in our system, guys. Private key will be downloaded in our system. Public key will be stored in AWS only. Right? Whenever you are going to connect with this mission, you should connect from where you have the private key. In your mission, where that private key is downloaded, from that location only you can connect to this mission. Right? Internally, AWS will check. Right? Whatever the place from where you are connecting, their private key is available. That private key and right in the AWS public key is stored, right? Both are matching or not. Both are matching or not, it will verify. If both are matched, then only connection will be established. See guys, here, whenever you have generated the key pair, what will happen? Two keys will be generated. One is public key. And second one is private key. Public key will be stored in the AWS only. Private key will be downloaded in your mission. Private key will be downloaded in your mission. Suppose this private key is downloaded in the downloads folder, right? If you want to connect to this Linux virtual machine, first you need to go where this private key is available. Where this private key is available, you need to go to that location. If you want, you can create separate folder and you can keep inside that folder also. But you should go to that location to connect with this Linux virtual machine. Right? If you want to connect with this Linux virtual machine, where this private key is available, you need to go to that location. From there, you need to connect, guys. From there, you need to connect. Okay, right? Whenever you try to connect from there, AWS will check this private key and this public key both are matched or not. If both are matched, then only connection will be established. Otherwise, connection will not be established. Okay, fine, guys. Now here, key pair, guys. Create key pair. See, guys, here downloading DevOps 09 key PEM file is downloaded, guys. It is downloaded in our system in downloads folder. Okay, see guys, here it came. DevOps 09 key is came, guys. Okay, next, guys, coming to network and security. Guys. Here, guys, for timing, right, create security, keep security group, guys, keep default one only. Right, we can create our own security group also. If you choose, select the existing security group, select this one in the drop down. You can see the right, custom security groups. You can choose these things, guys. But we will discuss how to create the custom security group and all. For time being, just keep this create security group. It will create the default security group for you. It will create the default security group. What is security group? What is networking settings and all those things we'll discuss, guys. That's it, guys. Done. Right? You don't need to do anything, guys. See, guys. We have given the name, guys. Right. Next, we have selected the AMI. AMI, we have selected Amazon Linux to AMI we have selected. Next here, instance type T2.micro we have selected. Next here, key pair we have generated. Next here, right here, security groups, default security group we have taken. Right, guys, in the demo sessions I told, right, whenever you will create the Linux virtual machine, along with that Linux virtual machine, you will get root volume, right? But you can't able to store your data in that root volume. You need to create additional volume that I discussed, right? See, guys, here this is the root volume detail. See, 8 GB for Linux machine. You will get 8 GB root volume by default. See, root volume, guys. Whenever you are creating the virtual machine for Linux, right, by default you will get 8 GB root volume. 8 GB root volume. For Windows, here you will get 30 GB root volume. Even here you are getting 8 GB. If you want, you can increase up to 30 GB also. You can increase up to 30 GB. By default, they will provide 8 GB at here, guys. Okay, fine, guys. Let me launch the instance. Virtual machine is creating. Wow, created, successfully initiated, launch of instance. Click on this number. See, guys, virtual machine is created. Initial state is a pending state, guys. You need to wait until getting running state. Initially, it will show as the pending state, guys. Still, it is creating, guys. Right. So you need to wait until getting running state, guys. See, guys. running state. So like this, we need to create the virtual machine in the AWS cloud. Now I will connect to the Linux virtual machine and I will perform all the operations. Okay. Right, just I will show guys, in my system all the client softwares are available. Just I will show guys, 1 minute. Let me go to git bash. Let me go to the git bash. Right guys, where that private key is available guys, that private key is downloaded in the downloads folder. Go to downloads folder. See guys, that private key, DevOps 09 key, it is available in downloads folder. Once you open the git bash, you need to go to the downloads folder. In this downloads folder only that key is available. See guys, now select this Linux virtual machine. Right, click on connect guys. See guys, this SSH command will generate guys. Right, we need to use this PEM file. Right, we should connect with this PEM file only to this mission. This is the mission guys. The EC2-user is the default user for the Linux missions, Amazon Linux mission. And for Ubuntu, here you will get Ubuntu user guys. EC2-user is the default user for Amazon Linux. Right, this is the domain name. This is the name of the computer guys. If you want to connect with this computer, right, if you want to connect with this user in the computer, you should use this key only. Right, that's why copy this guys, copy this command. Right, go to here. Right, here just paste guys. Where we need to give this command guys, wherever this key is available, in which location this key is available, there only we can able to run this command guys. In the downloads folder, this key is already available. That's why I can able to run this command at here. In the downloads folder, if you don't have this key at here, you can't able to run this command at here. You can't able to connect to this mission guys. This is my mission guys. If you want to connect to this mission, you should have this key. Guys. Where this key is present, from there only you can able to connect to this mission. If you don't have this key, you can't able to connect with this mission. This is the computer name. Okay, enter. Right here, yes, I want to connect. See guys, earlier, right, this is my system address guys. 91 username 91953 is my username. In your systems, you guys will get your names guys. Right, at the rate something. This is our system address guys. See guys, now here it is changed. Here user is EC2-user, and we have connected this mission. This is the IP address of the mission. See here, go to here, check the IP address guys. Go to here, select this mission. Here you can see the IP address 172.32.42.31. Go to here, 172.31.42.31. You have connected this mission. Currently you are in that Linux virtual mission. Right, connection is established successfully. From here we can practice all the commands. Who am I? I am the EC2-user. Username it will provide. I am the EC2-user. PWD, present working directory. Currently you are in home EC2-user. What is today date? Today date is this one. Cal, I want to see the calendar. So like this, you can run all these Linux commands at here. You can run all the Linux commands here guys. First you need to connect to the Linux virtual machine and you can run all the commands guys. Okay, tomorrow session I will show how to connect with this Linux virtual machine using git bash, using mobextreme, using putty, how to connect all those things we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay, is this clear guys? Before coming to tomorrow session, what you guys need to do? You guys need to create the account in the AWS cloud guys. To work with AWS, account must be required. So everyone should create the account in the AWS cloud before coming to tomorrow session. Then only we can practice these Linux commands guys. Is this clear? Right? Please create the account and try to create virtual machine also in the AWS before coming to tomorrow session. Tomorrow I will show how to install, right, all the client softwares like git bash, mobextreme, putty, and how to connect with those client softwares to the Linux virtual machines. All those things we'll discuss and we'll start the Linux commands in tomorrow session guys. Okay, fine guys. Thank you guys. For today I'm stopping here. Tomorrow we will correct guys. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.